Hello everyone, welcome back to AZ900 with Piyush. This is video number 3, and in this video we will be talking about resource hierarchy. I'm sure you would have watched the previous video before starting this one. If you haven't, feel free to do that and come back to this video again. Like all other videos, this video will also have knowledge checks at the end with some sample exam questions. So make sure you watch till the end. And as part of assignment for this video, make sure you document or use draw.io to draw the diagram of resource hierarchy, whatever we are about to see and discuss. So when you draw it by yourself or on a pen and paper, when you draw it yourself, you would have the basic understanding of how these resources are tied together. Resources such as Azure account, subscription, resource group, all of these, it will be easier for you to understand then. So let's start the video. Alright, so this is how a typical resource hierarchy in Azure will look like. At the root level of your Azure is your Azure account. When you create an Azure account, a default subscription will be created for you. Let's say this one. And then you can have multiple additional subscription created. For example, your company might want to use a single subscription for your sales department and a separate subscription for your IT department. So you could keep them on a separate subscription. In coming video, I will show you the demo of Azure portal. Then you have a better idea about the resource hierarchy. Now, each subscription can have one or more resource group. Like for example, this sales subscription has these two resource group and this IT subscription has one resource group. And you can just keep your environment separated using these resource groups, such as your dev and UAT environment in a separate resource group and a prod environment in a separate resource group. So resource groups are nothing but the logical separation of resources together. And when you apply some permission at resource group level, it will be inherited by the resources. The same way, if you apply some permission at subscription level, it will be inherited by the subsequent resource groups and the resources. So this follows a top-down approach. Like whenever there is a policy, permission, or governance applied at the root level or the top level of the tree. Now, each resource group can contain one or more resources. For example, this dev resource group has Azure VM, Azure Function, Cosmos DB, and this resource group has a SQL database. This resource group has a Azure Function app. But one resource can only be part of one resource group. Like for example, this SQL database, it could be only part of this resource group and it cannot be part of this or this resource group. Now let's talk about the management groups. You organize your subscription in the container called management group. You have your root management group, and inside that you could have multiple management groups, such as one for HR, one for IT, one for marketing, and so on. And each management group can further have certain management groups or the subscriptions. All subscription within a management groups, for example, these two subscription, they will inherit the permission applied at marketing and the permission at root management. So this is the same diagram that we have seen. It just we have added the management groups as part of it. This also follows the same hierarchy. All the permission applied, let's say this is the tree structure. So all the permission applied at the root level of the tree or the parent node will be inherited by the subsequent child nodes. So creating the management groups, this is an optional task. Like this is not a mandatory thing to do, but creating at least one subscription is mandatory. So like I said in the previous slide, one subscription will be created for you automatically when you create an Azure account. Now, when we try to combine these two diagrams together, it will look something like this. So you have your Azure account at the root level. It can have one or more management groups. Like let's say there is one root management groups, and inside that there are multiple management groups. And then we have multiple subscription. Subscription has resource group and then resources. If you apply certain permission over here, let's say you apply deny all to a particular resource, that permission, because it is at the root level, it will be applied till here, till the resource level. So that means these resource will also doesn't have that permission unless you explicitly add that permission over here. Then it will override. Time for the knowledge checks. Like all the previous videos, make sure you pause the video here and here. So there are these 7 questions part of this video lecture, and again all the answers you will find in the video just we have just discussed. So make sure you revisit the video if you are finding any difficulty. You can also put your comment in the comment section below, and I will try to answer those questions in our upcoming live session on Saturday. That's it for this video, guys. I hope this video was somewhat helpful to you in understanding the concept of resource hierarchy. There'll be a lot of things that we will be doing in the upcoming videos when we log into the Azure portal and see everything in action. Then it will all make sense. Right now, we are just going through some basic concepts, so it might be overwhelming to you, but do not worry. I have everything in the upcoming video session so that you will have a better understanding. Feel free to share the video with your friends, family, and colleagues, and share your progress with the fellow Azure learners on our Discord community and on LinkedIn. Feel free to tag me and tag AZ900 with Piyush. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you soon with the next video.